End of an era. Each day I started to notice more and more hair in the shower,
Mm.
like running my hands through it, and I'd look down and it just I wasn't sure at the time if it was just my hair being longer and I noticed it more. But that was like the key moment when it first started for me.
Yeah.
And then it was a slow process. I mean, it took like 6 years until I finally get to this point. But just little by little, I started noticing more and more. And then, you have the recession on the sides here. So I would see myself in pictures and be like, okay, I look like really full in the middle, but maybe it's a little lighter colored and thinner on the sides.
Right.
A couple years after that, I started doing the middle part because
Right.
I had it parted on the side and it was kind of over this way. And I just wanted to try something new. So I did the middle part and I liked it at first, but then, you get the pictures in direct sunlight where it's just shining on top. And that's really when I knew I was headed down this road.
When did you feel like it became a problem?
At first, I didn't really mind it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm growing up. My hairline's receding a little bit. That's totally normal. And so I was planning to run with it for a while and just let it go. And I was hoping that it would stabilize somewhere that I was comfortable with. And it just didn't happen. It slowly kept getting worse and worse. It's sometimes hard to tell because you see yourself every day, so you don't see the daily change. But then I would look at pictures of myself from 6 months ago or 1 year ago and be like, wow, I do look different. Made this call about a year and a half ago where I was like, all right, I'm gonna start diving in and do a lot of research on this because up until that point, I'd just been sitting with it. I took 1 year and I told myself if it's worse in a year and I'm still not happy like this, then I'm gonna shave it off. So it was definitely something that I planned ahead of time.
When you say if you're not happy, what does that mean specifically for you?
I wasn't comfortable with my open appearance in public all the time. I started wearing hats more and more, and it was a slow progression, right? So you notice yourself in a bad picture and you're like, okay, maybe if I'm in the direct sun, I'll wear a hat. It got to the point where I looked at my Instagram page and I was wearing a hat and everything. And I kind of thought to myself, this means that there's something wrong and I need to make a change. And it wasn't even a conscious decision at the time. It was something that I really had to sit down and think about.
How did that then make you feel when you had the hat on? Specifically, what were you thinking or feeling?
It made me feel, I don't know, protected maybe because I had long hair, like shoulder length hair. And
Yeah.
so the vision that I wanted people to see of me was long hair. And it didn't look that great with, thinning on the top. So I would wear that to kind of give off this impression that I was the guy with the long hair. I tried to be as comfortable with it as I could. Like if I was at work or if I was somewhere where I couldn't have a hat on, then I tried to be like, okay, you know what, this is what it is. I'm just gonna go into life like this. But there were times I can remember where I'd be in a windy place and the hat would fly off and like, I'd have to go run and catch it and my hair is blowing all over the place. And I didn't know what it was feeling at the time, but it didn't feel good. I didn't like feeling that way. And so 1 year later, in April of this year, I was looking at myself and I was thinking, I haven't stabilized. I've lost more hair than I had than I was losing last year. It's only going to get worse from here and get harder and harder. So that was when I kind of made the decision that I was going to cut it. And I like to take my time on decisions, so for the next couple months, I had been planning it and I tried to picture myself what I would look like with the haircut. So, put it up in a bun, kind of look around to prepare myself so I wasn't in shock when it did happen. So
Right.
it was definitely a slower process for me.
So you're preparing yourself to kind of make this decision. What made you feel like now's the time?
Well, I knew I wanted to do something big. It's just my personality. I wanted to make it an enjoyable experience for myself. So I thought that just shaving it by myself at home I could have done, but I had the opportunity where I had been planning a hiking trip with some friends on the 4th of July and it kind of clicked like that would be a great time to do it. We're on top of a mountain, I'm with my friends, we're all together and it kind of turns into like this joyful experience
Mm.
versus something sad where I felt like I was losing something. I felt like I gained a lot from the way that I did it. We got up really early. It was a long, long hike. We went up just over 14,000 feet to this mountain in California. I was excited. At that point I was ready. I had accepted it. I just wanted to go do it. We got to the top and
Already.
I couldn't wait anymore.
End of an era. Oh, you know. Oh, kind of difficult to do. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh my God. You want to take a turn, Rachel?
Yes.
Get in here. Get in here.
There was definitely apprehension in the weeks and months leading up to it. A month prior, I would look at myself and be like, you know what? My hair still looks pretty good. I think I can ride with this longer. And then I would think to myself, no, there's a reason that I'm doing this because maybe it looks okay in this very nice controlled setting, but I'm not happy with the way that it looks overall. And so when the time came, um, there was no hesitation. And I did the top first because I didn't want to do anything that I could take back. You know, if you do the sides first, maybe you're like, I'm okay, I'm not gonna do it. So I just went straight for right across the top.
Been a long time coming. I'll give you the honorary. Razor did his job. Yeah,
How did you feel, and how have you felt since?
I feel much better. There's a big relief, weight off my shoulders that I spent all this time thinking about it and being anxious and worrying, and that disappeared instantly. The only consideration I really have for my hair right now is like exactly what length I want to keep it. You can see I have I have it pretty short. So, you know, it's only been 1 week and I'm trying to work out what's going to look best for me. But those decisions are minor and don't bring me nearly as much mental anxiety as the months leading up to it.
Is that what you think gave you the relief? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And there are so many benefits that I hadn't considered. You know, like I wouldn't drive with the windows down because I didn't want it to mess up my hair. And I remember leaving the parking lot of that hike, I put the windows down and I felt great. It felt freeing. It took me a few days to settle into the look, but I like it. And one of the things that I would love to tell other people who are considering it is, you know, people, your friends and family, they'll support you. Like I posted that video and I got tons of comments from people. The most important thing is just try your best to be who you are and to be happy with yourself.
Well said.
When you reach adulthood, you kind of want to set yourself and then kind of roll with that life for a while. And so that's what I did, you know. I grew my hair out and I decided this is going to be my look for a while. And then nature had other plans for me and I had to adjust. And the I guess the awareness that I've gained from going through that experience is definitely a net positive in the end. It'll help me through other challenges should I face them in the future.
For sure. For sure. No, it's a very, very good way to look at it and a necessary one. But no, man, I really appreciate you getting in touch and sharing.
Thanks a lot,
You're the
Harry.
best, man. Take care.